Hey, 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 hey. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to LA's Kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking up shepherd's pie. We're going to have shepherd's pie with a twist. Okay, so I'm going to come right back and I'm going to show you my ingredients. See, that wasn't long. Okay, so we build in a lot of color here. So we have shredded carrots, tomatoes, red onions. We're going to saute these in a pan. And let me show you how we're going to get started. We have our canola. Do like a couple of tablespoons of canola. I've already preheated the pan, so I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds, and then I'm just going to add these vegetables. Since I showed you everything, I'm going to put this back real quick. Here are the spices that you're going to need to saute those vegetables. You're going to need some garlic powder. I love to use complete seasoning. Sesame. Onion powder. And a little pinch of kosher salt. These vegetables are going to taste amazing. And because we're going to do the shepherd pie in layers, so that's going to be my vegetables. Not to mention, I'm going to add fresh spinach. Alright, it should be hot enough. So here goes nothing. We have our tomatoes, red onions. It's not all that hot, but we're going to work it. Should have waited a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's going to heat up. And these onions and peppers reserved, that's going to be for our ground turkey. I know a lot of you like beef. Whatever you like, hook it up. You can have your beef, whatever you want to do. But my family, we prefer ground turkey. Okay? So I'm going to start adding my seasonings to give these vegetables some good flavor. Here we go. I know it says complete, but I still have to add my extra stuff. I never want nobody to taste my food and say, it need a little bit of this or a little bit of that. And make sure I have plenty of flavor. Okay. And a little pinch of kosher salt. And the potatoes that I choose to use are red potatoes. And I use my potatoes and I leave the skin on. Here are my potatoes. You see? I just cubed them, rinsed them off until the starch was gone. Made sure the water was clear, and then I put them on. Yep. So, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how these sauteed vegetables look. And when we make this shepherd's pie and how it's going to look really beautiful when we build these colors. So I have an interesting twist for you. I'll be right back to show you. Now that these vegetables are really sauteing and cooking up good, look at that. I have to let you see that. Look at that. Let me let you see. Look at that. How it's cooking up really pretty. Beautiful. It smells really good. I can smell all the seasons and stuff like that. And with the onions and tomatoes, I just love onions. You'll never get me cooking any kind of savory meal without onions and peppers. It's not possible. So this is the twist. This is broccoli florets. So I'm going to add a little bit of canola oil in here. Just a little bit. And I know you say she really uses canola oil a lot. Well, I'm not really crazy about olive oil too much. I'll eat it here and there. I'll tolerate it, but it's not really my favorite thing to eat. Although I know it's very good for you, it's just not my favorite thing. So I'm going to add a little bit more because the twist is we're going to roast these broccoli florets. And that's going to be another part of our vegetable that we're going to build with this shepherd's pie. This is going to be really out of sight. So I already put garlic powder in it without you seeing. So there's no need for me to add any more. So I'm just going to add the rest of my seasonings. Oh, here we go. I thought that I couldn't get it open. And I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees. It's been preheating for like maybe 30 minutes. Maybe 20. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. But my oven is preheated at 350 degrees. So I'm adding my onion powder. And I'm just going to add a little kosher salt. I'm not going to use the Szechuan in here because I don't want everything to be red. And that season has a tendency of turning everything red. Although it's delicious, it will turn your food red. So this is broccoli, and broccoli is green, and I want it to be green. Okay, so I'm going to mix this around, and I'm going to put it on a flat cookie sheet, and I'm going to roast it in the oven. This is going to be so good. So good. You see? All right. So I'm going to put it on my flat cookie sheet like this. And that's parchment paper. Have that parchment paper. Put it on a flat cookie sheet like this. And I'm going to roast it in the oven for like 25 minutes. Look at the vegetables cooking down. Look at that. Look at that. The tomatoes, the onions, and the carrots. I can eat it just like that. It's really, really good. Real good. Okay, now it's time to add that spinach. And I'm going to use all the spinach. We love vegetables. We love vegetables. And this is definitely a twist. And I'll come back and show you how everything looks once it's all sauteed, everything together with the spinach. So, we added the spinach and everything is done. I don't want to cook the spinach down till it gets all wilted. I just love it like this while it's green and vibrant. It looks and smells amazing. This is really, really looking delicious. I have to try a little bit. Just have to try just a little bit.